Let's begin.
Hi folks. So this week we are continuing our last week of preparation for our pet blessing service, and we're really excited. It's going to be on October 4th, but we have 1 week of Sunday school, and we're still going to be learning our songs with Carla Lord. We're really thankful that she is leading us in this way in terms of learning all of the different songs. That means that we have a little bit shorter time in terms of our lesson plans. So over the last few weeks, we've been doing things a little bit differently, haven't been using the curriculum quite as much because, we just don't have quite as much time. Now this week, we're continuing to look at the story of Noah and the rainbow and how God makes a covenant with not just human beings, but with all living flesh on the earth. And in this story of Noah, there are kind of these conflicting stories that we're looking at. At the very beginning of the story of Noah, it kind of seems like God is fed up with humanity and the world, and it's described as he thinks that all living flesh is corrupted. Well, we Christians have a bad reputation for our take on what the flesh means, and sometimes we associate that word with our bodies, sometimes we associate it with a kind of a wider sense of the person, but I think that really what's important is, we're not going to necessarily take a literal approach to the story of Noah. What instead we're going to be doing is, good morning. What instead we're going to be doing is looking at how the story of God's commitment towards preserving flesh on earth wins out. Some people at the time that the story of Noah was written probably believed that, people were bad, corrupt, that the gods wanted to go after them, but really this story is showing that that idea of God is being left behind, and instead what happens in the end when Noah's life is preserved and all the different animals' lives are preserved, there is this idea that since we are created in the image of God, that, God is going to be protecting us and loving us, and that while there sometimes are difficulties that we have in our bodily lives, all the same, we really believe that God is committed to loving us and that we should be committed to loving one another. So we're going to go into the gym after we do some of our learning of the songs. We're going to spend some time in there. We're actually going to be doing a few physical animal poses that I'll be leading, but if you as teachers can help out and just follow along, you might want to wear some comfortable clothes, and I'll send an email letting our kids know to do the same. And we may, if the patience level or attention span of some of our younger folks is a little low, we can continue in finishing off some of our art projects of the different animals that we're going to put up on the screen during our service. So I hope that this introduction has been helpful for you. God bless, and we'll see you this Sunday.
Listen carefully.